He walks like he owns the script, like the world itself bends to his steps. Not because he was chosen, not because someone handed him the spotlight, but because he decided. That's the main character effect. The belief that life is not something happening to him, but something being written by him. Most people flirt with the idea. They daydream of being the hero, they talk about destiny, they imagine the applause. But when the curtain rises, they stay in the seats, watching others take the stage. The difference is action. The true main character doesn't wait. He doesn't wait for the perfect scene, the perfect timing, the perfect audience. He moves. He builds. He understands that every small choice is a line in the script. Every sacrifice is a plot twist. Every failure is just another scene. But the story still belongs to him. And when the credits roll, he won't wonder what could have been. Because he didn't just play the main character. He lived it.
I'm gonna take everything from you, like you took everything from me.
Sometimes you give your best, and you don't always come out ahead. And sometimes you do everything you can to win, and you lose. I think part of the maturity was you grow older, you realize that when you wake up the next day after a loss, man, it hurts, but the sun comes up. And when you win, man, it's exciting, but you know what? The sun comes up. You know what the next greatest win in your life is? The next one. And just because you did it once, there's no certainty to anything in life. It doesn't mean you're going to win it again, or a championship, or get a promotion. You actually have to work for it.
Like, let's say you are fat. I was fat. That's why I talk about it. Go ahead and say something, motherfucker. I was fat too. And it was hard as fuck every fucking day to get up. I know what it feels like. When you roll your fat ass out of bed and all you want is some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit and fucking chocolate milkshake. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. But I can't want it more than you. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. That's the reality. And so many people just want it the easy way. I'm sorry, man. It's not. So what they start to do is they build this narrative of it's okay. When the narrative should be, you need to work harder. You need to discipline your mind better. We need to help people more than just saying it's okay. It's okay that you're not willing to help yourself out. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. Even though it's your life, if that's acceptable, that's unacceptable. And there's a lot of people in this world, me included, that if I accepted that, I wouldn't be anywhere.
Sure, a true story, ain't it?
This here is the reality? Do you mean that the competition is not the reality?
Listen, the work is behind the scenes. Competition is the easy part. Behind the scenes is where the work is done. Everything is done to get to that one race that you need to run.
It's over. I can't do it.
Well, who do you want to be? It's not over. Learn to fail, learn to enjoy the pain, and then rise from the ashes. Failure does not define you. It's your ability to overcome it that reveals who you truly are.
But him, he never had any friends. He was always the outcast. Everyone knew who the hero was going to be. The popular guy always beats up the little guy that no one likes. That's how the world works. He never had any chance. He was always the loser. But in the process, the world didn't understand what they were creating.
He remembers. He remembers the laughter. Not just the sound, but the way it cut. The way it echoed in rooms long after he left. The way it lived in his chest like a sickness. He remembers their faces, the smirks, the eyes that told him he was nothing, the voices that said he was too small, too weak, too foolish to try. He remembers every word, every single one. They thought he would forget. They thought time would bury the humiliation. But he carried it. Every laugh, every whisper, every sneer. He carried them like stones in his pockets, heavy, suffocating, until he learned how to use the weight. While they mocked, he listened. While they doubted, he planned. And while they laughed, he built. In silence, in darkness. He sharpened himself against the memory of their voices, and now, when he walks into a room, the air shifts, because he is not just himself. He is every moment they tried to break him, every echo they thought would destroy him. He turned their laughter into fuel. He turned their doubt into fire. He remembers. He always will. That is why he cannot stop. That is why he became the main character. Not because the world believed in him, but because they didn't. Because they mocked him. Because they gave him something to fight against. They thought they were writing his ending. But he remembers. And that memory became the beginning. Do you hear it? That's not just noise. That's not just screaming. That's the sound of war. The sound of iron colliding with willpower. Every roar you hear in the background, that's testosterone tearing through doubt. That's muscle ripping against its own limits. That's the human body demanding more of itself than it was ever supposed to give. These aren't just lifters. They're soldiers of discipline. Every scream is a declaration. I will not quit. I will not fold. I will not stop here. It's chaos to the outsider. But in that chaos, there's order. A rhythm. The rhythm of plates clashing, lungs burning, veins bursting, and still the bar moves. Understand this. The screaming is not weakness. It is not desperation. It is the anthem of effort. The music of warriors sharpening their bodies against resistance. You want motivation? Listen to it. That's the sound of men and women refusing to bow to gravity. That's the sound of ordinary flesh transforming into something unstoppable. Every shout, every grunt, every scream is proof. Proof that greatness isn't quiet. Greatness is loud. Greatness is messy. Greatness hurts. So the next time you hear the screaming in the gym, don't look away. Don't laugh. Don't mock. Because what you're hearing is the sound of becoming.
Everyone is asking me how I did it. Now everyone looks at my life, looks at what I have, and they ask me how. How is it possible? How? And I laugh sometimes because 2 years ago, they would see me as a no one. They would see me as a nobody, right? It's funny because there were nights where I went to bed by myself and I started crying because I hated myself and I hated my life. So every time someone asks me, how did I do it? How did I get so lucky? I remember those nights where I was alone on my bed crying. I don't tell them that. I tell them, yeah, you know what? I was lucky. Because I know that even if I tell them what it takes, they will never do it because they are not capable of doing it. They are not capable of being months and months and months all by yourself, working on your thing, having no results. They are not capable. That's why I cried every single night, because I was putting all these efforts and I was getting nowhere. I was trying things and failing. I was going back and seeing what I did wrong, and I went to the other way to see if that was better, and I still failed, and I did that and that. Progress is not a curve that goes up. Progress goes forward, goes back again, goes back, then you go forward again, then you go back, and again, then you go down, you go up, then you go down, and you go forward, then you go back. It's never a straightforward line that goes up, never. And that's what no one wants to go through. But I did. I fucking did. And now I just can't stop. Now I'm obsessed with this. I need this. I can't stop. I can't just go back to being that guy. Now I don't cry. I'm still alone. Because guess what? This never ends. This never ends. This just keeps going and never ends. And it will never end. That's life. There's no credits. There's no end credits. You just keep moving forward, you keep working, you keep getting better, and you keep getting results. But I know that I will never go back to what it was. Never. But everything is going to change once you embrace it. And you embrace and understand that this is going to be hard and it's going to take years. Once you understand that and you embrace that, and you understand that this is something that happens every single day, and it takes every single day of your efforts without a single result for months or even years. Once you accept that and embrace that, you are leading to the path of greatness. Consistency is much more important than anything. Imperfect action is most important than no action. Once you understand that, there is a future of greatness for you.